Welcome back to another episode of the Behavioral Economics and Marketing Podcast series. This is Sandra Thomas-Comenole. Welcome back to the Behavioral Economics and Marketing Podcast for the 6th season. This season, I have an excellent surprise for my listeners. I've decided to do a 30-day challenge, so for the next 30 days, I will be publishing one new episode per day. So let's jump into Season 6. Let's review the difference between traditional economics and behavioral economics in order to better define and examine behavioral economics and learn about the basics of applying behavioral economics to concepts to leadership and marketing. So what is traditional economics? Traditional economics is defined as a social science and branch of knowledge concerned chiefly with the description and analysis of the production, distribution, consumption of goods and services, and the transfer of wealth. Another standard definition of economics is the study of how people allocate their limited resources to satisfy their nearly unlimited wants. Economists study the applications of the 5 basic foundations of economics: incentives, trade-offs, opportunity costs, marginal thinking, and the principle that trade creates value. In short, economists study how decisions are made on a micro and a macro level, from individuals and companies or organizations to societies, governments, and world leaders. However, traditional economic studies proceed as if every person were Homo economicus, or a rationally self-interested decision-maker. A decision-maker that is acutely aware of all of the opportunities and options in the environment and their expected payoff. A decision-maker that strives to maximize the benefits received from each course of action while minimizing the costs. But where does traditional economics fall short? Have you ever purchased an item just to find it at a cheaper price down the street? Or have you ever purchased a gallon of milk at the corner store even though it costs twice as much than at the grocery store? What about savings? Is there an item you would like to purchase, such as a new car, a house, or a vacation package, that you would need to save up for, but instead of saving for that item, you continue to spend your money on other items, such as fancy dinners or expensive clothes? The truth is that humans are not always rational, self-interested decision makers. We don't always maximize benefits and minimize costs. We make decisions under uncertainty with insufficient knowledge, feedback, and bounded rationality. We sometimes lack self-control. Our preferences change, often based on how the decision and the options are presented. Humans are irrational. That is where behavioral economics steps in. So what is behavioral economics? Behavioral economics incorporates the study of psychology into the analysis of the decision-making behind an economic outcome to capture a wider range of human motivations than the rational agent model alone affords. For example, through behavioral economics, we could study and analyze the factors that lead up to a consumer buying one product instead of another. Behavioral economics provides a framework to understand when and how people make decisions. Marketing professionals can tap into behavioral economics to better understand buyer behavior and help to shape your marketing mix. Leaders can tap into behavioral economics to create happy and healthy working environments for their direct reports and fellow employees, invest in their team, increase team engagement, and motivate their team. Here are just a few of the episodes that listeners can expect to hear about in Season 6 of the Behavioral Economics Marketing Podcast. Dual process theory and status quo bias, leveraging social proof to increase conversion rate, confirmation bias on customer retention, and anchoring effect on pricing strategy. Wrapping it up, understanding how we as humans make decisions is an important part of marketing and leadership. Behavioral economics is the study of decision-making and can give keen insight into buyer behavior and help to shape your marketing mix. Season 6 of the Behavioral Economics and Marketing Podcast is a 30-day challenge to publish one new episode per day. If you are enjoying this podcast, give me a shout out, like it, share it, follow it, and review it. Thank you for listening to another episode of Behavioral Economics and Marketing. This is Sandra Thomas-Comenole.